Let's get your morning in 8 minutes. President Donald Trump is set to visit Michigan today. He's scheduled to hold a rally marking his 100th day in office.
Ahead of the visit, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is hinting at potential good news for automakers. They face a potential 25% import tax on most parts. That's been slated to begin by Saturday. Another trade policy change this week involves Chinese imports worth $800 or less. They're set to lose their tariff exemption on Friday. Some Chinese e-commerce companies say they've increased prices for U.S. customers as a result. Beijing denies it's involved in trade talks with the U.S. despite the president's claims otherwise. And this morning, we're learning new details about the issues some UT students are facing when it comes to their immigration status.
The university confirming students' visa statuses are now restored to active. All this comes after at least 9 of them were facing deportation after their immigration statuses were changed by the federal government. UT tells us the Office of International Student and Scholar Services has been working with the students to get everything straightened out. We're also learning new details this morning about the corruption trial of former Tennessee House Speaker Glenn Cassada and his former Chief of Staff, Kate Cothran.
The trial is now several witnesses behind schedule due to what observers are calling an extraordinary number of objections, some taking 5 to 10 minutes to settle. Late yesterday morning, the government finally called one of its star witnesses, former State Representative Robert Smith. We'll continue following this trial as it develops in Nashville. This could take several weeks.
Testimony continuing today in the state trial of 3 former Memphis police officers accused in the beating death of Tyree Nichols. Nichols' mother was the first witness called to the stand by prosecution. She broke down, telling the jury how she felt after seeing her son lying lifeless in a hospital bed. During opening statements, prosecutors saying the former officers were angry and wanted revenge after Nichols ran the initial traffic stop. The defense claims the officers did not know if Nichols was armed after beating, pepper spraying, and tasing him, so they were on high alert. Court resumes at 10 Eastern, 9 Central this morning.
A heads up, if you drink Martinelli's apple juice, you may want to check your expiration date. If it's got a Best By date of December 5th, you're going to want to throw it out. Over 170,000 bottles of the juice is being recalled over concerns about a toxic substance found in rotting apples. The affected juice was sold in 10-ounce glass bottles.
And the mayor's annual budget begins its first reading tonight. Mayor Kincannon laying out her plan last Friday inside Covenant Health Park. The $477.3 million proposal includes, among other things, salary increases for firefighters, more than $8 million for affordable housing, $350,000 to increase bed and shelters during cold weather to be matched by the county, and $25 million to pay down debt on the convention center. They say the property tax rate will not change. City Council's meeting starts at 6.
The McClung Warehouse site has sat largely empty for more than a decade in downtown Knoxville.
But now it's one step closer to being something new. The McClung Warehouse caught on fire back in 2007 and then again in 2014. The city demolished what was left of the building. And for the past decade, city leaders in Knoxville's Community Development Corporation, KCDC, have been working to decide what to do with the property. KCDC leaders say the development on Jackson Avenue could be the key to connecting downtown. Firms can submit their plans until early June. Then KCDC will pick a short list to then create more detailed development proposals, giving us a little bit better idea of what could come along Jackson Ave. One of the most exciting 2 minutes in sports is this Saturday.
That's right. The Kentucky Derby is back at Churchill Downs in Kentucky. Post time for this year's race is 6:57 on Saturday night. Only one horse, Authentic in 2020, has won the Derby in a time faster than 2:01 in the last 20-plus years. Right now, the current favorite to win, Journalism, who has had 3 first-place finishes in some of the races leading up to Saturday.
The fastest almost 2 minutes.
Almost 2 minutes, yes. And here's a look at some of the other horses competing. Journalism will break from the number 8 post. Controversial owner Bob Baffert is back this year after a 3-year suspension. He has horses Citizen Bull and Rodriguez. And tonight, the Knoxville Smoky is hosting their annual Peanut-Free Night.
No peanuts in the ballpark. They'll all be removed from the menu. That also means crews deep cleaning the stadium to make sure there's not a single peanut or peanut residue on counter seats and concourse. to accommodate folks with peanut allergies. They're hosting the Rocket City Trash Pandas and Christian Moore this week. First pitch set for 7 o'clock.
A lot of people will be out there for the Smokies and to see SEMO back in action. Now with that, let's take a look at your roads. I-40 at Cedar Bluff, east and westbound lanes up to speed right now. Not too many cars out there. Another look, 75 at Merchant Drive. This is really that first area that we start seeing that congestion. We talk about it every morning. Those southbound lanes, starting to see a few more cars hit the brakes there. And then I-40 at 17th Street, closer to downtown. East and westbound lanes still looking really good. So here's a quick look at that Knoxville area traffic. You see that green, see that movement. If you're heading out the door, we're up to speed.
It is about 5 minutes to 7, and we are starting off with some beautiful views this morning. Look at that gorgeous view, that sun coming up over the mountains, a little bit of haze, some light cloud cover moving through, kicking off the morning on a, well, more tropical note. It almost looks like it here with that bright orange glow. It is 56 in Knoxville to 55 Sevierville. Less wind stirring around, that you just could have be a little bit warmer this morning, but it's a lot warmer on the plateau at 63 Crossville and Jamestown, where those winds are already stirring. That will be spreading out today. So while we have this gorgeous tropical glow of the sunrise over our area, a little bit of light fog and haze, we'll have plenty of sunshine today. More humidity adds up to a stray pop-up possible, but I really think you got plenty of heat. Take your water and your sunscreen. 77 at noon, gusts around 20 miles per hour into the southwest, high today 83. And then again, those scattered storms will be coming in this evening. So air quality is at moderate level. Pollen counts high. You've got some tree pollen and dust stirring around, and that UV index very high. Again, don't forget that sunscreen. Next couple of days, though, we're going to have to start lugging around that rain gear while we have scattered storms tonight. A better coverage Thursday to Friday coming up on the CW.
All right, Heather, thank you. Still 2 more hours over on the CW. We'll see you there.